Hi, my name is Carson. I'm a third-year PhD student here at Penn State, and I'm double majoring actually in Ag and Extension Education as well as International Development. My work here is mostly centered on teacher preparation, but what's cool is my research gets to delve into a couple different places dealing with youth. And so today I'm going to walk you through both sides of my research portfolio. We'll take a look and see if it's something that might match your interests. So first, we're going to take a look at what I do with youth and community through golf.
All right, so we're taking a look at my first research portfolio, and that happens to be along the vein of looking at positive youth development and community development through golf. So the first project that I've worked on so far has been a look at coaches, and specifically that positive youth development, PYD, through golf, and I've looked at coaches through the first tee. This work is already completed, and so this is ready to put out to a journal. I'll be building off of this in a later work that'll look at those in a minority background in coaching, and that could be something that we explore for the springtime should somebody be interested. We're also taking a look at that community development piece, and specifically through the lens of youth in golf participating in activities through, once again, first tee. And so we'd be looking at youth in golf specifically. This has already had collected data, but I would like to expand on this into a new city. I conducted this research this summer in Philly, and so the idea is that we would be moving into a new city to do that. So should somebody be interested, that could be something that we could work on. I also want to take a look at processing this data and taking a look at comparing against different youth programs, very specifically looking at safe spaces. And so as part of this research, I took a look at golf as a safe space versus the home and other parks. I would also like to compare that against gymnasiums, some other community spaces where youth would be participating in sports. So it'd be another thing to take a look at should somebody be interested. And then also starting in January, I'm going to be taking a look at removing the barriers for people to get into for people getting into the turfgrass industry. So I'm working with the USGA. Well, this was almost spelled right here. So I'm working with the USGA as a stakeholder, and I'm looking at folks in North Carolina that are going to be working with a community college. And as part of that community college, they're going to be doing a year of classes. And I'm going to be doing the monitoring and evaluation of this program. M&E. And so a big part of that portfolio this spring is going to be looking at monitoring and evaluating those participants in that program in North Carolina with the USGA. So should somebody be interested in that, that'd be a great research project to hop on with. And something that I would love for whoever works with me to be able to guide really what they want to do with that within the frame of those folks that are going into the turf industry in that specific space. And then finally, I want to look at those people who are running youth golf programs who are coming from an underserved background. You can almost read that handwriting, and then from there I want to take a look at people who manage the pro shop. And people who work on the turf side, the maintenance. So this would be conducting interviews with those folks. It would be more qualitative in nature, and so I want to change my stylus here. So this work here was very qualitative in nature. This work here is very quantitative in nature. Oh geez, I'm going to clean that up a little bit for everybody to see a little bit better. This work is going to be very quantitative in nature, and this work is going to be very qualitative in nature.
And now, let's take a look at what I do with youth in global learning.
All right, so taking a look at the second piece of my research portfolio, we're taking a look at youth in global learning. A lot of this work, however, stems from the need to inspect the way that our educators are handling global learning, to better understand how to prepare to give instruction to those youth. so that they're entering the workforce more globally competent. And so from here we have a couple different activities. We have one taking a look at teachers, and those teachers are at the high school level. So to note that here. And when we take a look at those teachers, we're looking at background, global learning. We're taking a look at what they know about education for sustainable development. And we're taking a look at their perceptions on global learning to see if they think that it's worth putting in their classroom. All right. Also taking a look at those pre-service students. So those are people that are in college, and we'll call them student teachers. And that is super easy to read. From there, we're taking a look at the same things. We're taking a look at background. And we're taking a look at ESD. Also very legible. We're also taking a look at their university preparation. Have they taken college classes to get them ready to go? So this is already in motion. And so I think I'm going to use green here to put a check mark. This is good to go. This still needs to be done with teachers. The final output is going to look at teacher educators. So those are those university faculty members, teacher educators. And educators, there we go, we got it. Those are people that train teachers, and we're taking a look at the same portfolio here, I should say, the same litany of questions, so that background piece again. ESD. Also taking a look at perceptions of curriculum. Alrighty, so this piece is also still in practice. And so each of these three areas is kind of a continuum from student to teacher of teachers, is the current work that feeds into my dissertation and stuff that I really place an importance on. So should you be interested in collaborating on any of these, we have a lot of space here for you to think about your own ideas, your own projects that would fit within these bounds, and really serve to help bolster the kind of work that we're doing and what we'd get published.
Thank you very much for listening to both sides of my resource portfolio. And hopefully one of those two will be of interest to you. And if so, you can reach out to me with any questions that you might have, and I'll drop a link below. I can be reached at ctl84@psu.edu. And I'm sure you'll have some other questions as well, and I think that we'll be able to handle those through the EnvironMentors program. Thank you again, and I look forward to working with you.